Well, we told you Mobile is facing a budget deficit, but we're learning tonight it may not be quite as high as we first reported by the administration this morning.
Finance Director Paul Wesch now says the deficit is closer to $500,000 as opposed to a $2 million shortfall that was announced earlier. Local 15's Christian Jennings joins us now.
And Mayor Stimpson is more concerned about why it took so long to discover the budget hole.
That's right, Greg. He says it's just another example of why the city needs an updated software system. Finance Director Paul Wesch says the current program being used is 14 years old. For example, when a budget is passed, accountants there have to put the numbers into the system by hand, which takes several weeks. At today's Finance Committee meeting, Finance Director Paul Wesch said the 2013 fiscal year ended in a deficit because the city's expenditures far outweighed revenues. While the city collected $4.5 million more than expected, mostly in sales tax revenue, the city overspent by $7 million.
We believe we've isolated close to $2 million of that as being a general fund transfer to the Transit Authority that was substantially repaid by the Transit Authority to the city just this past month.
With that money accounted for, that leaves a roughly $500,000 deficit to deal with.
I don't think we need to be overly concerned about that deficit at this point.
Mayor Sandy Stimpson says former Mayor Sam Jones never warned him about the deficit, although it's unclear whether he even knew about it. Stimpson's concern now is how to better manage finances in the future.
The timing of our financial reporting is delayed because of the systems that are in place, and that's got to be worked on.
Wesch and the administration are already setting their sights on planning the fiscal year 2015 budget and figuring out how to handle the expiration of the city's penny sales tax increase set to end during the summer of 2015. Wesch also plans to provide multi-year budget forecasting instead of just presenting one year's budget at a time.
For a planning standpoint, I think it's good for the administration and the legislative body, the council, to be able to see what 2 years or 3 years down the road looks like.
Now, Mayor Stimpson plans to put together a committee to tackle software improvements he says are needed throughout the city. He didn't give a timeline or a cost for that project, though. On a positive note, he says October numbers look good. Revenues are up about $1 million. Greg, Kim?